Alex, thank you for that heartwarming tale. And folks, remember, if you want to come join us here at Captain's Draft, tickets are still available. moonduck.tv/CD4. That'll take you right to the tickets. Come down, hop on the train, and join us.
5
They're still
seconds
available.
remaining.
You might even get to meet Slacks. He needs a little perking up. This could be your special project. But alas, we've got to draft Mineski versus Secret. It starts now.
Oh, thank you.
Maybe bring Slacks some vegetables or something.
Bring me some kale. I've never had it before, but my body wants it.
Just kidding, he doesn't eat
Radiant
vegetables,
team
guys.
ban.
He's actually... He's just upset he hasn't been eating straight ground beef the whole time.
It's true.
We got the
At least you
run
stopped
through
eating
here.
the meat stick.
We've got the Ice Timber. Also, like, I think AC's played quite a bit of Timber too, actually, so potential there.
Hey, the Crystal Maiden.
we've lost
a lot
the
of good
Meepo.
supports here.
Got it.
CM,
10
Rasta,
seconds
Dazzle.
remaining.
It's okay, they're a little
Warlock?
defensive. Like Dazzle, Warlock are pretty defensive
5
with Shuckers
seconds
somewhere in
remaining.
there.
That
So
Earth Spirit.
offensive-wise, I mean... Oh, is Earth Spirit there?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
probably the best support.
And there's also Pudge. I know
defensively.
Pudge has a big low
Dire
win rate
team
right now.
ban.
Big ol' win rate.
Does he
God, I
really?
hate Pudge.
He
He's a
does.
pretty classic Captain's Draft hero too, because the all the pools are lower, and so you kind of reach into that second and third tier of each role. So obviously, it kind of fits that position 4.
I saw a stat on Reddit that said he was like he was picked like 54% of all games, and his win rate was like 53%. So it was
10
like actually,
seconds
I mean, that's what's
remaining.
gonna happen, right? He's been the most popular hero in Dota, at least in NA forever,
5 seconds
and now he's
remaining.
actually in a pretty good place.
I
That's-
can't think
of course,
of
he's
any
gonna
more,
get
dude.
drafted.
I can't remember the last pub game I played that there was seriously like playing a game mode when there's not in the game.
Wow, a
Do you find it
techies player.
ironic
That's
how you're
beautiful.
talking about this as a
Can you
techies
believe
player?
that? Yeah.
Oh, you see a lot of techies? I don't think so.
Radiant team
Ruined the
ban.
Well, which might ruin it for everyone else. So,
Conka.
Enchantress.
Team Secret's turn to ban.
Swap Storm. There's a big 3, and there's a Viper up there.
Ember Spirit,
Oh, we got a
Viper.
Nyx too.
Oh,
Razor
guys,
Hood.
we have a Timber Dog.
Yeah, we called that
Or
already.
Mineski.
Yeah.
Mid. Check it.
Welcome to the broadcast, Slacks. Thanks for joining us.
seconds remaining.
How's that fidget spinner going?
Still doing
Yeah, I
it.
gotta get rid of this. Takes a lot for it.
5
It's been in his
seconds
hand spinning this
remaining.
whole time.
You can't just give that thing to me. I have a problem. I'm a fidgeter. All right,
I mean,
anyway.
there's plenty of mid heroes that they could run, plus matchup specific stuff.
Okay, yeah, now that I'm...
There's so many viable heroes in this pool. I
Hey.
feel like at least 60% of these would be more
Dire
than
team
good.
It feels like a
ban.
fairly balanced pool.
There's a Tide Hunter. I'm very excited for that. We've been seeing a lot more Tide, and I love it. That carry Tide stuff is ridiculous.
That's just because you can buy refresher eggs on him. And
No, not just because of
You ever
that.
done that?
He's super tanky. I saw some games
is.
in Dream League, the last major. That was insane.
10
That tanky
seconds
Tide Hunter,
remaining.
They never killed him. In fact, it might have been
Radiant
eight.
team
When I think
ban.
about it.
It was Fata.
Oh yeah, it was Fatty Fada. That's right. That's what I kept saying. I can't believe I forgot.
Ricky curiously banned by Mineski. Kind of
Ricky
interesting.
bans?
Maybe just
Between the Kunkka and the Ricky ban, it makes me think it's like anti-mobility. So I feel like they're gonna want to pick stuff
10
like Swap,
seconds remaining.
Storm.
maybe Weaver, Storm, yeah, stuff like that. Perhaps.
5
is my
seconds
initial impression.
remaining.
They
Probably
play really
'cause-
well around Bounty too, for Secret, and I think a lot of the teams in these modes, sometimes they'll just replace, like they'll do Bounty things with like a Ricky, because you can still get a lot of the same value in terms of like that vision around the map for creating space for someone who's split pushing a lot, like Bounty Ember or like Ricky.
It'd be good if they pick like Timbersaw as well. So maybe they're just kind of trying to protect against those things.
So Rasta is probably the biggest question here. If Secret wants to just hand that over to Mineski, I feel like they'll just take pick as that safe one. I don't think they'd commit that early to something like the Timber, especially because the offlane pool is very open right now. At the same time, you could pick the Timber early and then have the flexibility of putting it in other places, but
I feel like it's dangerous to
Don't
pick
think he's
super
that-
early just
yeah.
because matchup like 1v1 stuff.
You guys,
hey, Witch Doctor's great right now. He's a very good hero.
He was played in a...
hey, is Bristleback still the worst hero in the game?
I
Call
mean,
me-
he was like unpicked in Midas mode, right?
Yeah.
He got ran
Dire
maybe once,
team
but
pick.
I don't think he ever got. I mean, not
No.
that there were a lot of picks in Midas mode, but
Hey, but Bristleback Magnus. There you go.
Well, we'll see.
Bristleback, man, it's
Yes.
the classic combo.
I guess the thing about Timber,
Power makes him...
if they had to pick Timber first for Mineski, it would have been rather difficult to find a good lane matchup as Secret.
10
Plus, they need to worry about
seconds
for the rest of the whole draft
remaining.
anyway. So
Radiant
they just
team pick.
and the Nyx gets picked first.
Nyx
Okay.
assassin. First
I
pick.
think that's pretty safe. It covers a lot of bases. It's good against the mid heroes that are available. Gives you
Best 4
gank
left in the pool,
potential.
without question. I'd say
What'd you say was?
best 4 left in the
okay.
pool. Naga, I think, could also have been acceptable.
Yeah, I think that's actually the
10
good point.
seconds
That's definitely the best
remaining.
4. Everyone else is pretty much 5 support. So you can't
5
see him.
seconds
And then there's
remaining.
Pudge.
Pudge is
Yep.
40.
But he's more. You definitely don't know
Radiant
Pudge,
team
obviously. So.
pick.
Well, they did.
But yeah, eat shit, Purge.
No, I mean as a first pick. I didn't mean as a response. Come on.
Dire team
The timing
pick.
was just too much.
I do like the Pudge pick though. If your opponents have a lot of ganks, you can hook allies out. That's one of the maybe underappreciated ways that Pudge is amazing. It's not just offensive.
I might hate Pudge in my pub games, but I do love him in pro.
Pudge Viper is a pretty dirty open.
10
very
seconds
screwed.
remaining.
Could you explain what you mean by Scourgy other
5
than
seconds
Scourge and
remaining.
Sentinel?
They're both, yeah, they're both dire, and no, they're just annoying. Like they both have slows. They do a lot of. They're just
They're
annoying
spiky.
heroes to play against. They fit that same kind of. It's like picking Viper and Venomancer together. They're both slow and annoying.
Okay.
Dude,
I
this
can't
looks
believe
great.
this,
Are they about to
yeah.
get Rasta and Razor, I guess? Is there any risk of Secret taking the Razor for themselves? I feel like that's the best matchup to just send mid if you're Mineski.
I don't know if I'm sold on.
10
I mean,
seconds
Razor's pretty good against
remaining.
Viper, but Viper's okay against it
5
as well,
seconds
though.
remaining.
Match is okay. Right?
Yeah, Quap would be pretty good because she can basically ignore Viper at all points in time. Quap would be ungankable by Pudge, unless it was like a super crazy wraparound. So I could certainly see that, but Viper still might be like in a 1v1 against Microsoft. You know?
Razor.
It's great. Mineski.
Yeah, I think
Makes
it's
me
great.
wonder if there's some sort of a idea here from Secret, like these last 3. Do they have like a Magnus +1 combo that looks really good?
I mean, hypothetically, if Secret get like a 4-staff and just push Razor or whoever
10
away when the
seconds
static link comes out, they're still fine. But
5
Razor
seconds
certainly counters
remaining.
part of Viper's damage, even though a lot of it is magic now.
Hey, remember when you guys pros were trying to do offlane Ember?
Nope.
No.
that ever happen?
Safe lane Ember. That was.
Okay.
Okay. yeah,
Very
well,
different things.
I do remember that.
Yeah. That don't happen no more, right?
Not really.
Occasionally.
It's pretty easy to pressure. Got low armor. A lot of issues like that.
If you give him a lot of space, it works. But
This gyrocopter pick for Secret, maybe.
Maybe the
Team
Weaver
pick.
instead because of the
anti-hero.
tether, and then the Queen has the same reasoning too. I think that's gonna be offlane Queen, and then they go back for the Weaver. 1.
Really? I assume they just put Queen mid, I guess, against the Razor.
That's true. They can just do that and then give the
You can-
Viper safe lane and then
Because
find something.
even daggering him doesn't matter anymore, because it's not like you get hit by unstable current.
Yeah.
You just dagger
10
him,
seconds
harass him, and if
remaining.
he links you, blink.
I actually think Tide would be a great addition.
5
They're
seconds
pretty light on
remaining.
stuns right now.
Naga
So Naga,
Siren.
so,
so Naga
another
support.
form of control though.
Can you can't hook through Song, right? Like, you can't reposition people, right? They're
I don't
straight up
think so.
invulnerable.
No, they just goes through.
Okay. You can still time it, but
So that's probably our support duo.
10
I would guess
seconds
the Pudge Naga
remaining.
Siren.
yeah.
They have the chance to switch if they want, but if I'm looking at it like
5
this, that's
seconds
kind of how I envision
remaining.
it, like the Puppy Naga, kind of a classic. Yapsor being more active on the Pudge.
Like the way the team matchups kind of look to me is like Secret is going to wait until Mineski go in,
Mackenzie.
and then they'll either cast Song of the Siren or they'll hook out the guy that's chain stunned. Basically, would be their ideal. And if they do that, then they should be able to reinitiate. Maybe pick off like a Shadow Shaman or a Nyx out of position. Perhaps.
What do you think Mineski are gonna do? Or is like the Weaver?
Matches up decently against either the Viper or the Queen of Pain, whatever's going on. Like, because the lane mix-ups that could be coming up from Secret, and then you have Razor, who's already kind of this frontliner, so I feel like you can kind of maneuver around that as a Weaver.
It's
Try to put
okay.
some
Yeah.
damage. They don't have the best control either for a
Isn't
Weaver.
Net fairly good again?
just time
You
lapse.
should be able to projectile dodge, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I guess it's pretty.
Just go invis to dodge it, but it'd be okay. I'm not super sold on Weaver. I think it's alright, but not amazing. Because once Quap gets like an Orchid, then there's a lot of things that actually can kill him between Hook Dismember or Quap Orchid.
Valuing. Yeah.
We also still have to figure out Ice Hero. The Tidehunter's still just there. He would give him a ton of team fight. Doesn't have any huge lane issues right now.
But if he ravages or something, like that's the scary thing about Naga. It's like if they just get more team fight, then she could just completely offset that with
So they're gonna mag Ember then. Play.
That's boring. Don't do that.
What's wrong with mag Ember? Empowered Ember Spirit, man.
Oh boy.
I don't think that's worth it against like all these tanky heroes. If like Viper, Pudge are so high HP, and Quap as well, you don't need cleave really.
So just go with the safety tide.
It could also be Naga carry, something we haven't thought about, I suppose.
Really good point.
But I haven't tried it.
I think No Tail played it earlier
Really?
with the
10 seconds
went to Fusel and like
remaining.
Yasha or something like that.
Okay,
Just
so you actually did go agility.
And there's been like the Shadow Blade
5
Naga that's been
seconds
running through
remaining.
pubs.
Ah, that actually sounds okay.
Yeah, it was like right before the last tournament. It was like some of the OG players were playing. I think it was like No Tail
Sounds fun.
and Rezo were both going about it.
Yeah, I
There
could
are still
definitely
a lot
see that
of good
working.
supports. A lot of good defensive supports you could pair with the Pudge. Even like Witch Doctor.
Yeah, they do go for the gyro. They need more
Lots
damage
of
here.
team fight this game, guys.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
No kidding.
Mostly on the side of Team Secret. Mineski has like Ravage, and then kind of Carapace to help like break up some of the combos and stuff. But the song into the gyro ulti with Sonic Wave.
Pudge doesn't even care anymore. He's a jerk. Anyway, I really like Secret's draft because they have sick disengage. Song Ruin. Razor, he's Lynx, he wants to fight. Ravage happens, they want to fight. They have all these things that have to happen, and with Naga's disengage, they can just walk away and go back in, and it looks good for them. I'm gonna have to go with Secret 100%.
I think I'm gonna go with Mineski because I think Secret, despite them having really good disengage, I think they're kind of lacking in farm potential because it's like Pudge, Naga support,
5 seconds
Viper. Those
remaining.
heroes don't farm super fast unless Viper goes like Radiance or something. So I feel like on the other side of the map, they just have Gyro basically is the big farmer. So I feel like the other team is gonna be able to farm a lot faster. I think Mineski between like Tide and
I would say if there's one thing
stuff
they've been
like
good
that.
at though is they are able to enable YapSword pretty well. So if they can do the same thing with Puppy and allow him
true.
to do that kind of classic Naga thing where that support just suddenly like, why is this guy like, how does he sound like 3,000 gold? Oh, he just got a relic. It's like, okay, this guy actually is Radiance at the support position, and it just like tends to happen.
Yep.
I can see that still going fairly well for them. The Mineski draft overall, I don't feel that great about Ember and Razor. Like, what happens if the Ravage doesn't go well? How does their fight work? Like, it feels kind of strange with both those heroes trying to get into play and the chase and everything. Like, their best catch after Ravage is like Shaman. I don't know.
I think they just split push and push a little bit and then take fights when they have cooldowns.
We'll see. I think
That's all.
Secret might have a bumpy early and mid game, but late game, we'll see what they can
Prepare
do. That
for
said, we're going to
battle.
jump right into it. Sunsfan and Cinderin ready to rock.
Thank you, friends. Sunfan here with Cinderin. We have Secret versus Mineski, and the winner of this is first in Group Horse. They're the true horse of Captain's Draft 4.0, presented by Events DC.
And they get to choose opponents between...
Well, it can be any of the teams.
That is true. There's
Because
actually...
the series after this is going to be Empire versus Vici Gaming, and then the winner of that will play the loser of this one, and then that's when we'll find. I wish we had come up with a kind of a ceremony for choosing. You know, I actually had a theory. And maybe it's not a theory. But when I owned DC back in the day, I don't know if you remember this. You know,
Yeah, those were the golden days.
30
Yeah,
seconds to battle.
we were at TI, and we got to pick our opponent. Or at least that was the possibility. And I thought it would be cool if we pretended to just randomly choose. We flip a coin, right? But
Yeah.
that way, that the team that we chose, which in theory was random according to everybody else, even though we actually chose them, they would get no satisfaction. Like, oh, they picked us, we have to try hard. You know what I mean? There's not that
The
mentality.
battle begins.
It's genius, but I never got to do it.
That's really clever. I think the
Is
teams
a
are playing
great
to win anyway.
conductor.
No matter based on a coin toss.
I think
but-
I know you haven't played a lot professionally to have
Excuse
this experience, but
Excuse me.
but you look at like professional sports, you get hyped up even more if you know somebody thinks you're bad. You know what I mean? You actually do. You some people
okay.
maybe like for
I mean,
you,
I
I don't
guess.
like you're very analytical. You wouldn't be affected by anything, right? You can be down mid
That's
10
not
times in a
true.
row. But a lot of people, they get super hyped about it.
Right
You know
now,
what I
I'm being affected by how much you're draining my brain cells.
Radiant's
okay, so
bottom
back to
tower is
the
under
matter.
attack.
Of course, I'm correct on this.
I know. I can see it a little. I could see it.
A little bit.
I could see it.
What do you mean a little bit? It's literally a thing.
I could see it a lot.
Thank you. See, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for affirmation from mid one in the mid lane. on Viper. I haven't gotten to cast a match with you yet with this new Viper, quote unquote new. See a shackle from Ninja Boogie. Luci's taking a lot of damage from the tower and right clicks from mid 1 right now. Yapzor has Rot level 1 right now. The Nether Toxin this game, breaking passives. What are we looking at? Unstable Current, Kraken Shell is a huge one.
Kraken Shell's really
yeah. That's gonna... They picked that after the Viper as well.
Yes. This is a good shackle, actually. That is so much damage onto mid 1. He's dead.
Oh my lord. That is a lot of right click. I mean, Shadow Shaman, 77 base damage as a support.
Yeah, mid 1 just misstepped there. He got into tower range and got shackled when all his creep were dead. He was like on the edge of the ring, and shackle is so long duration and they don't counterplay, so he took like 4 tower hits, Razor dealt damage, and the Shaman himself. So that was a really nice play from Ninja Boogie, seizing that opportunity. Haven't talked too much about the lineups in general. I feel like both lineups have like very different strengths. The panel we're touching a bit on Secret's ability to disengage and kind of kite, and the Dire is a lot more explosive with like Ravage into Spirit Remnants, Data Burst, all the nukes that they have. I like this Dire lineup quite a lot actually. I think it comes down to for Secret whether they can find a way to make their supports useful. Like this Naga Pudge combination is a bit awkward for me, but I know Puppy plays a really good Naga and he has been playing it a lot, so it gives me a good hope for them in being able to utilize that well.
How does Yapzor Pudge typically work? Because you don't typically see him on heroes that aren't going to be able to farm a whole lot. Like he ends up with more farm than the off lane in a lot of games.
Yeah.
But with Pudge, you're probably not going to be seeing that as you're also not going to be seeing this kill in the top lane.
To be fair, that's not a very expected kill either. The Nyx had Mana Burn level 1, and they were still able to kill this.
I prefer if you just berate me, so I learn my lesson, not to miss kills.
Don't miss kills.
Thank you.
Also, your thing about the coin toss was a joke.
What? What? How dare you? Where were we? We were talking about something very important.
Yep.
Oh yeah, the Pudge.
Yes.
The farming with the Yapzor.
Pudge actually has potential to scale really well and to find farm, but it's under the condition that hang on.
Double impale. Puppy finds his way to the grave.
At the same time.
Oh, good call. Looking for a deny on the creeps. Gets an anchor smash drop. Only level 1 right now.
They need to be careful not to get this stomp off. Isis just
why not just kill the centaurs first? How about that? You can just do that.
Oh my god.
Yapzor ends up getting the kill.
That was very close to a deny, actually. The centaur was mid-animation on the... I think that's what he was going for anyway. He wasted some of their time, but...
Oh, mid lane, we have a dive in the tier 1 as Puppy will die again, but Mushi looks to be the trade mid 1. Will be traded again. Ninja Boogie, I feel like he's been in every single kill. He's 5 and 0. What?
Alright, well he's got to get Mana Boots till minute 4.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
He's top net worth of his team.
Oh yeah, sorry, get that root. Oh no!
Welcome
you poor Pudge.
to the abyssal pain.
You got to see it finally a professional match, but can't pick it up in time.
And he got
Bata in the meantime trying to do the same thing, but
getting solo by Tide as a support is generally really bad. Like that should never happen. I'm not sure what Yapzor was doing there, but
attack.
it's probably just a bit too cocky. Was trying to get that rune with low health. I wasn't watching it.
So I know we expect anything into the rod. Puppy with an ensnare as well. And this is going to be a very much needed kill here for Secret in the mid lane.
They need to not fall apart in this lane. The only hero that has been doing well until now was Gyrocopter, but now they brought mid 1 back in the game with that kill. Good rotation there. Yapzor is going to get to level 3 as well. The ensnare into level 2 hook. Very powerful combination. Jabs cancelled the impale there. Fata would have blinked it in. But yeah, so far so good for Mineski in the lanes at least. They've got multiple kills, their Tidehunter's got really good levels, the Razor has, arguably until that kill, he won the mid lane with Viper, but now it's... And I think more important than anything, they're getting away with a safe lane Ember. I think that in most cases this is like really, really bad. Like, Ember is not a good safe lane. Nice catch first, there you go.
Naga, Puppy with the ensnare. They're going to find the kill. Thanks for bringing up how well Ember Spirit was doing in this lane as he feeds away his life.
That wasn't a feed. He got hooked.
Yeah, the hooks have been... haven't even had to set them up with ensnare at all.
No.
Nice
Yapzor is very good at this here.
Oh, mid lane though. Mid 1 is going to...
Time to get
looking for his 6th kill. He has 0 assists right now, so definitely going to be using this Ether Shock to finish off mid 1. Oh, not quite enough. Have to practice that in the future, Ninja Boogie. He's going to finally get his first assist
Viper
of the
used
game.
the stick.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That damn stick.
That was a bit of a waste,
that,
actually. He's
yeah.
100% dead there.
You want the Shadow Shaman.
Never refuse good.
Maybe not, actually.
5-0, I think you
Well,
want.
no, at this point, you let him get like 5 more kills, and then you kill him, and that's when you get your money back.
Oh, you mean Viper, yeah.
No.
No, Viper wants Shaman's kill.
Oh, yeah,
Is
Shaman.
under attack.
Well, did you hear that? That is the worst. That's not a normal sound effect. I think that's the cosmetic, isn't it?
The homing missile?
Yeah,
it always makes that sound, but it generally has like an explosive sound on top of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I didn't hear the explosion.
That sounded horrendous. You guys need to post that on Reddit. That is of the utmost importance. Literally unplayable. What do you think of Gyro this game? As I guess scaling to the late game more than anything.
He has, I don't think he has the best matchup. Actually, hang on, Ninja Boogie might die here. He has worth a lot of gold. Or, never mind. Good shackle.
So yeah, Ninja Shock in 2 seconds.
timing.
So, yeah,
Very good
Impale will miss. So back to Gyro. Eurocopter, as we like to call him.
He's definitely going to be the most farmed hero on the map for a while. He's the best hero at just at farming in this game. So if he has a good laning stage, he will definitely get rich. But I don't think Gyro has the best core matchups in this game. I don't consider the hero particularly good against Razor. I think Tide is pretty good a lot of the time as well. Like you can get in on him. He's obviously short range, except if he has something to hit so the flag spreads, but a lot of the time Tide can be maybe the guy that you can hit, and then you can anchor him.
Being introduced to the level 6 Ember Spirit with the Shadow Shaman, of course. There it is, Ninja Boogie. That's what we like to see. 6-0 and 1. All that comes through. I'm not going to get connected to the Rocket Barrage, dealing so much damage. No Flame Guard to speak of for 5 seconds. Homing Missile's on its way. What level is that?
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. 60, yeah, it can do 60 damage. Let's hear it. Oh, it didn't kill him, but the right click will. That sound effect is super bugged right now. In fact, the more I hear it, the more I like it, actually. I would like that to stay in the game as a feature. What do you think? Can we make a petition for Valve not to fix that bug?
If you like it, it's probably bad.
Oh, no. Why? How is this is the crazy thing about Dota these days. Ninja Boogie, again, 6-0 and 1, level 4 only.
Yeah,
That's
you
so
get
weird,
you get way less experience from early game kills now. That doesn't mean they're not consequential. Like he's obviously got a lot of gold out of it. He's relatively to the enemy supports. He's rich.
Sice will TP away. Viper Strike was used. Of course, with that Nether Toxin, that's an easy kill if he doesn't TP away.
Just to finish off on the Gyro thing, so we've got that covered. I also think Ember Spirit actually has a good matchup against Gyro. He's very mobile, can get out of cooldown. He can kite him during the BKB that Gyro always will get. And yeah, Thor will be dead.
Yes, he's dead.
Mushi.
2 assists. We're going to have an assist count now for Ninja Boogie, as he has yet to die in this match.
Mineski is playing very fast, by the way. I feel like this is a different pace from what they played against Vici Gaming. They're making a lot of quick movements, a lot of like all over the place aggressive plays.
Oh, got it, actually. He's going to attack the TP out. He might be successful, in fact.
Used a
counter to Viper.
He was scared maybe of dying.
Vada jumps in the top lane. Like Jabs is here to... Is that a taunt?
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Nyx has a taunt?
Taunt of no.
Oh, called out, but there's again the TP.
Dyer's top tower.
So we're seeing this consistently. Mineski able to TP out in the midst of danger.
It's still a good play from us to force that TP.
And what do you have right now?
To take this tower.
You have Hook and Ensnare, that's literally it. And then Dismember once he's 6.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
I still like this. You know your limitations of your lineup. Like you don't have many stuns, but you can at least still put pressure with your gyro, rotate it to top, force that enemy to TP out, gets the tier 1 tower. It's a great move overall. Aces, taking advantage of just being in a strong position in this game. He's going to try to lead the charge as much as possible on all the aggressive moves first. You will get a 10-minute drum phase, Aquila, and Bond. He is very rich. What's his GP? Yeah.
He's 1,400 above his own teammate, who's second, Viper. So, not too shabby. It looks like it will be the tier 1 trade, but at the very least, some damage. Nah, maybe not. Fata be met by Moon. The top lane. Spirit. Homing Missile will be on Jabs. Spike Carapace is a pseudo counter to this. The Fata's here to play. And with the Rocket Barrage, it should be a very easy kill for Secret. Yapster, was he in range? It's always so annoying playing Pud. You just can't quite get within the AoE that you need to for that flesh.
It's 450. Pretty low range.
Yeah.
Most of the time, Pudge really only gets flesh. He is the one killing with this. It's like almost always.
Sad days. speaking of which, have you ever seen... Right, this is going to be a theme. I know we haven't cast together in a while. I like to talk about level 25.
Very
have you
relevant
ever
in
seen?
some games.
Have you ever seen plus 3 second dismember duration?
Yes.
Picked up?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I've seen it.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
It's a 6-second stun. Really good. It deals a lot of damage too. Like that's the other thing.
Oh, it also heals him for a while.
Yeah. It's a strong skill.
I mean, that's the thing. It's in theory, it's good, but I feel like in most games you're going to get that canceled. Plus, the 2 flesh heap extra stacks is ridiculous. Like doubles your agent.
That's slight exaggeration.
It's more than a slight exaggeration. We're in America. That's what we do. We round up and we exaggerate.
And gather some flesh heap.
Yes. Ninja Boogie finally level 6 now on this Shadow Shaman.
Radiant's
So
bottom tower
look to
is
him.
under attack.
Play some wards and towers. Looks like mid one and double. Great. So Tidehunter's going to use the Ravage on 2. Here's Mushi with the reinforcements. Puppy's going to be the one to fall. Tidehunter will live to see another day. Yaps are not able to hit the hook, wanting Mushi to progress a little bit further as Gyrocopter dies. Then Ninja Boogie. Looks like they got him trapped inside the wards.
That's the bigger kill. Losing your Naga for Ravage is pretty easy. Naga's not that.
Oh!
All right.
You technically saw that within the...
within the recap. You give a recap of that one.
Guys, this is all... It's all by design. Tomorrow you will see Pimpmunkle at his best, and then you can... It's like the discrepancy factor, right? You can see the difference, the true. The amateur...
It's how to make the playoff look good.
Yes.
You just have you obs the group.
Exactly. And then
damn, this camera guy's so good.
Mid lane, we have the TPM from Gyro. Looks like Pupp's going to set things up with the snare. Yeah, so she's going to walk up and eat him. Okay, Jabs comes in with a nice impale. Abe's doing a lot of damage with the rocket barrage, so it's going to be a 1-for-1. Jabs attempting to TP out, but nope. No spike carapace this time for you.
This Gyro's really strong. It's good for Mineski that they got that 1 kill on Gyro a moment ago. Because I think that it's the best kill of the map clearly. Not only because he's top net worth and is getting as much done as he is, but it's more just the flow of Secret's lineup is very dependent on Ace. Like he's making a lot of mistakes as the carry while farming.
Ice, he's taunting away. He's getting quite low. There's the song to cancel. And the break, the Nether Toxin. I didn't realize how low this cooldown was. That's pretty ridiculous. Jesus. Okay.
They have a couple of good holds as well to keep tied in the Nether. Ensnare, Nether Toxin. He can't break out of the ensnare, he's just stuck there. Obviously it doesn't only break the damage component of Kraken Shield, but also the ability to get out of stuns. So Secret have the tools to kill off the Tide.
It should disable taunts too. What do you think?
Really important.
Well, it is for this game. I mean, this is... I mean, ice.
You're talking so much about this mental stuff, man. Coin flip, you can't taunt, so you can't play your hero anymore. It's like, oh, if I can't backstroke, I don't actually know how to run down the
one
lane
of those things that this is what I honestly think, because I've had a lot of experience with, you know, various fields, but with traditional sports especially, that this is a thing, right? And I think it's a lot of just the mental game, and I think a lot of players don't realize how big of a deal it is.
Mental game is really important, but I don't think a big part of the mental game is being able to taunt while you're never taunting.
That's left back. I agree with that. Yeah, so you can get the
This is a really big one. 500 gold for Fata.
Oh my, Fata. Ooh, happy to pick that one up. I mean, you have to realize, sometimes I am joking. That one I was joking. The coin flip, I'm not joking.
No, the thing is, I can't tell with you.
Okay.
Because you just spout nonsense
How about
all the
this?
time.
How about I spout the nonsense? I hear a gyrocopter.
And then you're like,
JK, lol.
/S.
So you can never tell if I'm being sarcastic? Is that what
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Not always.
Not always.
No.
Right,
that's when you're good at it, right? When you're good at being sarcastic is when people can't always tell. And then they judge you after and they think you're an asshole. And then you're kind of like,
it's basically Slack's entire personality. You never know if he's joking or if he's just...
he's always joking.
Oh, I hear another dismember. Into the Sonic Wave. Mushi's gonna die one way or the other. There is a smoke gank coming. The question is, do they want to continue? It looks like the question of that is,
they do have Ravage.
Yes. Jabs Vendetta. They're gonna spot him here in a second. Double impale coming. The hook's gonna save the gyrocopter for now. Ravage to follow. It's gonna hit 2. The gyrocopter is dead. Big kill here from Mineski. Looks as if mid one might be next on the list. Gush up in 5 seconds. They're continue the pressure. That's gonna be 2 cores dead for a Razor. Very nicely done. Weren't expecting that after they had just killed the Razor.
And that was even a good hook from Yapsor. Could have been a lot cleaner.
Might be worse for Secret now as Puppy looks to be next on the menu.
Just TP'd in. It's gonna die again.
No Song of Siren for 14 seconds.
Good hook.
He's gonna try to go for the Ember Spear here, but the net comes through.
He got him, I think. Oh, Urn clutch.
We'll live.
Last second Urn. They also have a Helm of the Dominator regen on the Tidehunter. This is an item you're going to be seeing a lot more. I don't know how much you're up to date with the Helm of the Dominator build, but there's many players that are starting to experiment with getting this item again on different roles. Sometimes it's a carry, like something that's popular right now, at least in the European pubs, is going Lycan and getting a Helm of the Dominator first item. They go Brown Boots Dominator into Tread's Necrobook, and you hit this like ridiculous timing where you have a siege creep or a strong creep plus your passive, and you use your howl and all that stuff. In this game, it's on a Tidehunter. I'm not sure if... I wonder what Ice is looking for. If there's like a specific creep here, or they're just like, you know...
That net was very handy in that last fight. That's
for sure. I just don't know if that was the logic. You got it like, okay, I wanted an ensnare in this game.
Oh, maybe he wanted to play Wraith King and they wouldn't let him pick him, so that he ends up getting the skeletons from the trolls. What do you think? As Chilling Tower's going to be taking some damage now.
I think you're wrong.
Can you tell if I'm being sarcastic? This Tier 1 tower is denied by the idiots or both. Yes, can you tell which one it is? Let's play What the Horse and find out. Who's on the back line here? Jabs, Vendetta. On the back line, has the urn right now. Charges. He's going to find Ace. Doesn't have any backup at all. Ace is just going to take out this ancient stack.
It's interesting to look at the net worth distribution. Secret have a pretty minor lead while having the top 3. The following heroes, all 4 from Mineski, and the Nyx Assassin also richer than the Pudge. So it kind of comes down to whether Mineski can find a jump on one of the key cores. Like if they manage to jump and kill a gyro, I don't think Secret have enough of a tank to win the fight after that. Tidehunter is...
Sonic Wave is there and actually saves it. Stuck inside the Serpent Ward though. And Jab comes in with his tail. That's good. He 2 kills away of Mineski. Trade of Ice Ice Ice.
That hook might have just ended up being really good, actually. I don't think that was intended.
It's not intended, I think.
Fata died right after anyway.
I think he wanted to hook the Tide.
Oh, I think so too.
But he actually might have saved Fata because he blinked in aggressively. He was next to the tower and there was a lot of reinforcement from there. Meneski's still getting a great fight, obviously. 2 cores for 1. And it looks like it will be the 3rd classic core from Secret dying
we're gonna have to dismember the die shortly after. Ninja Boogie's just taking all the kills for himself. He's getting super good. He has the Blink Dagger, which on a support at 18 minutes is pretty unheard of with the Arcane boost. His farm is redonkulous right now.
He's going the classic Shaman build. We saw a Shaman build from Puppy earlier today. It was very different. He went the Spirit Vessel into Halberd and was just very tanky and very annoying for the enemy core. This game, the role of Shaman seems to be more of an initiation style, which in a way you could argue is a bit overkill, right? Like they already have a Nyx Assassin that can engage, they have the Ember Slide Chains, Tidehunter wants to get a blink as well, so initiation will be coming in spades, but we'll see if this ends up being a good choice for Ninja Boogie. At least
would you consider it more of a snowball item then? Just continue the pressure, keep your foot on the pedal, so to speak?
It gives you the potential of getting skirmishes done a lot easier. Blink Hex is just really great for that, right? It's a very good way of dealing with Queen of Pain. But at the same time, once you've blinked in and cast your spells, you're a very easy kill, right? The difference between that and the Puppy build was that Puppy would walk in, cast all his spells, and then in order to kill him, you actually had to commit key cooldowns almost to kill that Shaman off. Curious to see, it looks like Ninja Boogie is going for a Force Staff. I was wondering, most of the time if you see a Shaman get really rich, we've seen Aghanims build into Refresher.
Yeah, Jab is likely to be dead. Thank God Dismember is global, by the way, the sound. That really helped me find that kill. But this is a massive ancient stack that Mushi and company are going to be taking out. Help of Ice Ice Ice.
Yamsar took the arm? I don't think this is the common thing.
I actually was going to ask you this, what the common build. I don't even know.
I think the most common build is 1-2-2. Spell Lifesteal is really good. It allows you to sustain a lot better.
Yeah, that one I feel is a no-brainer. Same with the 20.
Most of the time you take GPM on 20. The cooldown reduction is kind of nice, but it's not the best hero to have it on unless you have like multiple active items that use CDR very well. And then the Flesh Eat is more often than not better than this one. You chose the armor this time. It is obviously good when you're playing against multiple heroes that have physical damage sources. Right, there's the Razor dealing a lot of physical, Ember will deal physical. Oh, he's actually Orchided right now. And he did it. Great camera work by
Ken Munkle Jr. I'm his understudy right now. There's also the minus armor from Gush, obviously, so I don't know if that actually comes into play in his thought process. He's going to jump in, he's going to get ensnared right away. That's breaking his passive. He's going to pop the ult, though. Ninja Boogie's here as well. Wards into the Hex. Looks like Tidehunter's going to be the first to fall, though. There's a Strongest Iron. Mid one. Looks like he will survive just barely. Puppy saving his teammate. And they're just going to turn this around. And Ninja Boogie again And that's a 3-kill streak now for Fata. He's gotten all the streaks on Ninja Boogie.
I think Tide should get a 4. I don't think she'll hold. He's been pressured by the same exact play like 3 or 4 times in a row and snare into Nether Toxin, and he can itemize to just solve that problem really easily. That's true. Could have built that 4-step instead of Blink Dagger, and this play is a totally different story. Because it's one thing he gets the Ravage off, but he didn't do anything beyond that, right? He just died. 4-step, he can negate that break, get rid of some of the negative abilities cast on him. Eventually just soak up a lot more damage, right?
Hook's gonna miss from Yapster and reveals his position.
Tower is under attack.
Fall back. So 12. He's going Spirit Vessel now. Has 6 flesh heaps.
Everyone is so high level this game.
I mean, this is Dota now.
Not really.
Really?
It's just there's so many kills in these supports that they're really high level. I don't think it's that common 20 that every single support has level 2.
Well, if you go back 2 years, look at the difference, right?
I mean, sure.
It's insane.
It's
how much
obviously
this
a
game
different
has
pace
changed.
relatively, but compared to the average game of this patch, I would say this is really high levels of it.
Is a great conductor.
Jabs ate the hook, used Carapace. I don't think that was what Yapster was intending.
Oh,
he was trying to hook the rune.
Oh.
He was actually trying to...
Oh, was he?
He walked in top of the rune, or in front of the rune.
I can't blame him. When every time you play, but you gotta try for it, you know?
That's such a
low
nice
risk
play, though, from Jabs. Heads up there. That's really good.
It's pretty cool.
I think he saw on this ward down here Yapster's movement trajectory, and he just guessed that Yap was going to try to hook that rune. Completely caught him off guard.
And they have really good vision in this area. Ace now has the 10-second BKB, but it's at base at the moment.
He's slowly but steadily just pulled.
Yeah, it really does feel like that.
That's just Gyrocopter in this game. I think this is the natural progression of the game. That's how it's going to go. Oh, Puppy has the Arcane Rune, so he's showing this one is real. Jabs could Carapace this Nether Toxin and get really in position. They're going to travel on Ember, and that kind of gives it away for a mid one.
Cost them a TP as well.
Seeker are reinforcing this pretty big time.
What do you think of the Yules
Dire's bottom tower
on Ember?
is taking many wounds. Dire structures are fortified.
How many times has he died to the Orchid? Is it just that one time so far?
Once or twice. It's just like you have to adjust. In Manto, you can Orchid or Yules and use this way cheap. EKB is not that good.
Oh, Puppy's gonna be found. Will he be able to get Song off is the question.
Great
Centaur Stump will ensure that the stuns will be enough to keep him at bay. Yapster missing the hook.
Oh,
Secret needs to be careful here.
We're gonna jump right onto Yapster. That should be a freebie. Ace is gonna use call down, but don't think he's gonna actually commit. Oh, there's the deny.
Oh, Yaps are so good. The great deny. I feel like, okay, whenever you have the chance to rot deny, I feel like the server rolls the dice.
Yeah, I agree. Oh my goodness. Ravage onto 1. They're committing a lot. It is a Viper kill, and they will be successful.
All right, serious time now. Whenever you rot, serious time. When you rot, the server rolls a die, and if it's anything but a 6, you get the deny. That's what it feels like. Punch always gets the deny.
No, I agree.
Always favors him
Tower is
somehow.
under attack.
So we need more
something hardcore. Something that values a real punch game.
Yeah.
The red mist spreads
follow up with
at
that.
Radiant's
What if you
middle
deny
tower.
yourself and you get money? What do you think of that?
You have like the
Think
worst
about that.
ideas.
Think about that. That's Puppy. Oh, he didn't get used on. Able to get the 9 tower, but will be able to kill. Ember alive for now. He's not going to take any damage from this. Nice slide of fist as well. Just ramming it away, but here comes Fodder. Torque it up to 9 seconds, and Moon is just going to TP out to safety. So great disengage from Mineski.
Yeah, Song and Cooldown used. Secret needs to be a little bit careful with their positioning here. I don't know how much information they have. They see the Tide bot cooldown, but that does not make this a free fight, I think. Ember is in position.
Well worth it. Please, Louise, Cinderwind. Meanwhile, bottom was to get the tier 2 as well.
Now Secret are not happy with that.
Well, that goes without saying.
That's how quickly it can change.
That's real good stuff. Ace, right now, was positioned to pick up that Aegis, but now we'll have to work with a portion of his butterfly that he's working towards now. Perhaps even the evasion portion.
I think he wants the evasion is not that good here.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's Razor, I guess, is the main
It's somewhat
culprit,
decent, but the majority of damage he's taking is... It's more about he's in PKB, he's not going to die when he comes out. They have spells, or if they catch him before. But still looking good. Still the gap, though, is closing here. like the relative gap. He might be the same line of ahead.
Puppy's dead. One, oh, maybe not.
Oh
my God. At the last second, able to get out Ninja Boogie in the meantime. Wants to be the sacrificial lamb. No. He TP's out. Pretending to be the
There's
sacrificial
a lot of clutchness going on right now. That was a great attempt from Puppy. Mushi gets in with a max range plasma field. Last second TP out from Ninja Boogie. This is good stuff.
And this will apply to Titan. Better be careful. Is there a Viper in the range? Oh, hook into the homing missile. Gets the Ravage off. That's going to cost him his life at the very least. Here comes Razor, stealing out of damage. Mushi looks like he's trying to run away. And Fox is in some of the BKB on the other side of the cliff. There's the Yaptor, dismember onto Mushi. He looks to be dead. Double kill for mid one as the fight continues. Fox's BKB finally comes out. The ensnare comes out for Moon now. So it's a 2 for 2. Yaptor looking for some more hooks. He's got a lot of mana to work with, right? And I miss a kill.
Wait, Ninja Boogie soloed him. He blink, ward trapped, and hex shackled him. And I was about to say, at the end of that fight, Mineski are probably okay with this trade. Like, they lose 2 cores to kill the Naga and the Quap, but there's also 2 BKBs being expended by Gyro and Quap there. But now that they got the Gyro kill, well worth it for them. And Shaman cashing in big time on that kill. You get for that 500, killing the highest net worth game. And if you're Mineski, you don't have to worry that much right now in terms of net worth, right? Or just Angel. It doesn't seem like Secret will be able to push at any point soon because they lost that Aegis. Jab stole. That is so important. Arriving. Like Puppy wants to snap Curry with covering it.
Gonna glimmer for it. No. Other side. Ninja Boogie doing a nice job of microing that.
Just break on the wave here. It's out of there.
I feel like I've seen more TPs this game at 28 minutes than I've ever seen before, without a tinker in the game.
There's been quite a lot of movement.
And a lot of like very close calls, TPing away from like some aggression. Which that's kind of the cool thing, because in Captain's Mode, you're not really going to see that too often, because you can formulate your draft however you want, pretty much. It's the amount of bans that you have. But in Captain's Draft, of course, you get all the options that you want. To be quick on your feet.
I want to say that this Dire draft is pretty meta. They actually got themselves a lot of really strong picks with this patch. Whereas Secret are a bit more, I would say maybe like a bit experimental with some of the elements at least. Like Port Duo Naga Pudge is pretty cool. I would say their core combination is not that common either. Having all 3 of these together, Viper, Quap, and Gyro is a bit special too.
Oh boy. Mid one is probably not going to survive this. It's a call that comes out. Ace with the BKB. Not able to hit anybody actually. Ninja Boogie's going to put down the boards. Trying to position them to block off this fight. It's going to be a 1-for-1 right now. Looks like the Nexus Assassin on the backside. Sonic Wave, it's not going to do any damage because of the Song of Siren. And Puppy will TP out and they will just get out of dodge for now. And there's another deny from Yapster, the 50-50, aka 100% deny.
That song didn't really matter. Like the Sonic Wave wouldn't have killed Mushi and they would disengage anyway. But actually now that the damage didn't get done to him, he will they have Ravage.
Ravage onto 3 here. Here comes Ember Spear with a double impale as well from Nyx. And that is a dead Gyro. Puppy looks to be next. Only 1 survivor right now for Secret.
Oh shit.
What? Looks like just where did that come from? Looks like this is a dead Rax.
That is too late almost.
I mean, it's pretty good buyback.
They have a dominated catapult.
That's true.
It has attack speed aura as well from the Helm of God. That's something you don't think about too much. But the 20 attack speed aura from this item does a lot when you dominate a catapult.
Yes.
I don't know what the catapult's base attack speed is, but you know, it attacks a lot faster than regular. So they got the full lane to get. They actually back off here. I think they back off a little bit too early, but showing some respect to Secret, they could have taken almost this full tower. They're 5 against 3. Maybe scared of a buyback from Gyro, but even then, I think they could engage. They know cooldown, but regardless, extremely big win here for Mineski. They just turned the game on its head. Secret had been floating an advantage in the game almost the whole time, and now...
Yeah, slight lead for Secret most of the game. And then that Roshan Aegis steal was pretty huge. And the following couple fights really put this in 9k lead for them. That bottom racks in tow. So, from an optimistic standpoint in Secret, you have this massively farmed, at this point, I guess, Razor and Gyro. Gyro not top of net worth anymore.
This is real bad.
It's going to be real bad, I think. Fata, he has blink up in 1 second, but
80 seconds on the sideline on a core.
No buyback either.
They don't know that for sure, but considering Fatsa almost just bought this plate mail, I think that was then
All right, would like
Radiant's
Mr.
top
GG.
tower is under attack.
All right, so it's actually just stuck there. Thanks for thank you for ruining the podcast.
And Radiant's top tower has fallen. That was a tower.
Hey, Mr. GG, if you'd like to watch the broadcast, you could go watch the stream. It's kind of the same thing.
Can you take this off for a second so I can turn this off?
I'm gonna switch scene.
Yeah, switch scene real quick to anything. Literally anything.
All right.
We're gonna watch it. Oh, we'll just keep that on for the rest of the game. It's fine. It's a valve bug. We'll just blame it on that.
Wait, why is that not? Seriously though, why is it not going away?
I don't know.
Keep tab out and tell him you don't want to.
He doesn't need an answer. I already went offline.
I think you shift tab to client, but I'm really surprised it's still showing.
It makes it so much more enjoyable. I'm gonna leave it.
I don't mind it either.
Hides behind their fortifications. Radiant's middle tower is
Viper does have
under
buyback. Looks like we're gonna have to fight here. Wants a big ravage from Eyesight side. The buyback comes through from the Viper. Nice Sonic wave on a couple of heroes, but is it gonna be enough?
is under attack.
It's 4v4. The Ember Spirit did die. Does have buyback, of course. But with Nyx Assassin down, I think Ace is just gonna clean up these wards to make sure no more structural damage is gonna be done. Yult's gonna keep Ninja Boogie alive for now, but not much longer. So it's a 3-4-2 with the buyback, I believe. We'll look at the recap here.
I think that was a pretty good response from Secret. What do you think, Mr. GG?
I think he'd just like to watch your broadcast.
Please get rid of that. I can't take it.
What do you want me to do? Shiv. All right.
Say.
All right, thanks, guys. Okay, I actually thought it was a literal message, so it was just like the one that was automated.
No.
Okay.
I mean, I know it's new for you that someone wants to watch your broadcast, but
That's true. The Dota Sim audience is not what it used to be. since you've gone to play, aka pro gaming, quote unquote.
Okay.
You know,
Now
it's been really difficult without you. But 11k lead now from Mineski. I didn't hit the recap. I was gonna do that, and then you distracted me.
yeah, sorry for fixing the image. It won't happen again.
But with that, Mineski still increasing on their lead.
Yeah, who was it that they bought back? It was a Viper, right? It was a Viper buyback only, but they lost tower, and Mineski did not buy back anyway.
This is the production quality you can expect from Moonduck. Thanks, Val, for the minor. Really appreciate it.
Pretty sure we can just blame.
That's a Val buck.
I think Pimp Muckle didn't set up. He could have definitely considered that option. It happens all the time that people want to watch the broadcast.
Oh, yeah, it's actually never happened to me, like I said. Yaps are looking for a hook. Level 19 right now. Any items that are going to be kind of game-breaking here? I see an Octarine core picked up by Nana.
I don't know, I think the biggest item of the game right now is the gem on Yapzor, because if Secret wants to have the hope of winning a fight, they flat out need superior vision in the fight. They need to try to get a jump that has impact, either getting a really good Song of the Siren into call down, or maybe catching out the Nyx before the fight even starts with the Orchid of Queen, something that has the duels. So it's a bit hard to see Secret's win condition right now, to be honest. We'll see if they can set up a fight. Glimmering in Yapzor, but it's into a ward and the sentry here.
They definitely see him. He does get the ward though. Searing Chains comes out. Roshan is about to spawn in about 8 seconds. I think they were looking for a potential sneak of Rosh, perhaps. Kind of risky, especially with Ravage online now.
They have the Naga advantage. It's always really strong in Rosh.
That's definitely
one of the big benefits of the hero.
Which is crazy how Jab was able to get away with. Razor's almost done with MKB, by the way, which is going to be a nice pickup against the Butterfly of
very good item.
The Gyro. We haven't really seen any ensnare into hooks.
Have we seen the Nullifier used yet by mid-runners? That completely. This is a very unusual Viper build. I like when you can tell that players just identify what the absolute key condition is.
Oh, he might not be able to use it here. I don't think it'll keep him alive, but the Song of Siren will.
Oh, this is a really good call-down position. They might not want to fight.
I'm not sure if they want to. They're considering the call-down comes through. It's going to cancel the blink from Ice. Does have it available now. Gets ensnared again into the hook. Toxin. It's not in time. The Ravage comes down to 3, but the BKB popped by Ace. They will be able to clean up Ice at the very least. Silence on Jazz. Doing a lot of damage with the Rocket Rock. Sonic Wave's enough to finish off Ninja Boogie. And with that, 3 deaths in favor of Secret. Very well played. And they should be able to get Roshan on top of it. That was super good.
They even insta-purged the self-fuels of Nyx with the Nullifier. They got that extra kill as well. Key hook. It's always the pudge factor. This can always happen. Like if you
it wasn't snap.
Yeah, sure. But still, the real fight winner there is the Observer Ward. And that's the part that the gem is playing. Like Secret had better information about what was going on. They got off that ensnare, they got the hook and immediately took a very advantageous fight because they just saw the spread of Mineski in that moment. They could go for that play. Even with their song on cooldown, even with cooldown use, they still got an opportunity. And I think Mineski probably felt a bit safe, you know, like song is down, cooldown's down, they're not going to go for us. Then all of a sudden, great setup from them. They get Rose, they get mid 2, they push here. No buybacks will be expended here from Mineski, but this is a really expensive fight for them. They just lost their entire lead on them.
Yeah. 4K right now, and the real question is, in theory, is Secret, how will they fare against like even getting 2 racks down? Like in terms of pushing the waves, how does this lineup fare? Like you have Puffy, obviously Naga Scion in general is really good at it, but this is a support Naga.
It's still decent.
You got Queen of Pain, pretty decent.
Yeah, they have pretty good wave there. Gyro's good, Pop is good, Pudge is better than you would think.
Oh my god, dude, I am so excited about this. Not to cut you off. Do you see this item? Up?
Oh, he's using Axe on Titan?
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Ice likes that a lot. May I recommend a false step, sir?
He went for the -4. Oh, this is beautiful though. He doesn't go for the Kraken Shield damage on it because it's already getting blocked by Nether Toxin. So the -4 Gush armor, you can do it AoE. Oh. Was it -10? Was it
I don't know. I still think you should have bought a 4-step earlier this game. At this point, maybe you don't do it because there's a Nullifier on the Viper, so prevent you from forcing out of the Nether Toxin now. But yeah, on the Naga. It's a very good item on Naga. Your main goal is just to walk in and make sure you get Song off. And now if he gets disabled and takes some damage, he can get the Song off again. It's just like a safety net. Be good.
Pun intended?
Net?
Yeah.
Glad you caught it. I thought about it myself.
That's such a lie.
What?
You can't claim it after the fact. Come on. I don't believe you. I don't believe you. There's no way.
It's like, it's not even that good. I know you would have been really proud of that.
I would have. Yeah, no, I'm not ashamed to say it. You know, I'm a humble man. I'm impressed just by waking up in the morning.
You're impressed by mediocrity, and I'm looking for greatness. So I was like, it's not that good.
Typical Europe.
Yeah.
Moon level 24
just
now.
Settle. Just settle, man.
Oh, Ace, I didn't realize is 25, so he has 3 homing missile charges. I think this is arguably one of the worst level 25 talent choices from any hero, I want to say.
It's not that good, but I also think a lot of the times players don't use the talent that well. Often I see gyros just, you just take that homing missile talent, you like, the first target you see, you just put 3 homing missiles on them. But then you're casting them on top of each other, so you get way less stun duration. Whereas if you have vision in the fight, you can put on like 3 different heroes, you form different cooldowns, you force out from different heroes, you get them to change up their position. I think the talent is pretty good, but honestly, out of all the 25 talents, it's probably the one that's used the worst on average.
Okay, I could see that. What do you think of that global call down? Awful? Awful?
That is probably one of the worst 25 talents. If you choose that. I think that's great.
The old Aghanim Scepter without the benefits of having an Axe.
It also wasn't bought back then.
I know. Well, that's not true. A couple times. A couple times. Ace with the double damage right now. We're seeing the Gush Aghanim. BKB really wants to do with the damage for layer 3. Snapper being applied to Moshi. He's got to get that away. There's the Ravage. Only on to mid 1 right now. The Happy Tree gets Hex. Looks like Yapzor's going to fall. Mid 1 is next. Bottom lane. Damage was done to this mid racks. I'm confused by that engagement.
I did not really like that move from Ace. I think that's way too aggressive to play. He has the Aegis, so like it was a clutch BKB. He was expecting the Nyx stun and broke it, but they couldn't really do anything with this. He runs in, he hits that tower. Mineski is a way favorable position. BKB is down, so even if he has the Aegis, he'll just die twice. So he has to run away, and they end up losing both the Viper and the Pudge on the way out. We'll see now if Mineski wants to try to press the issue here. There's two dead heroes without... Actually, Pudge just got buyback from his gold talent. Very handy. And this goes to Ravage on cooldown. Might be a bit hesitant here. Probably like to at least force a Viper buyback that they might imagine it is available, but it's not.
Look at this attack speed from Mushi. Plus 100 at level 25. Pretty crazy.
That's a good time.
Yes. Actually, I think the other one's not bad either. I don't think you get it as often, but it becomes a 2-second cooldown on stable
If
current.
there's something like really key that you can purge off all the time or something, but I can't really think of it. You would want to purge every 2 seconds.
It doesn't have to be for one thing. It's just generally slows.
100 attacks.
Yeah, but that's true. That's hard to replicate. Technically, you can buy that, but it's going to be quite expensive. You can't buy minus 3 seconds.
It's pretty nice to get a free moonshot.
No,
And a free
right
unconsumed one as well.
has the AC, 6-second BKB now, so dwindling in that department. Ace's BKB on the other hand is down to 5.
They smoked under ward. This can be the end of the game if... Actually, never mind. They don't have Ravage. I don't think they can win this fight big enough that...
What's the best case scenario for, I guess, Secret side? What kind of initiation are there? Other than like smoke ganks like this, would they rather kind of re-engage into a fight like the Song, or would they rather try to initiate with it right off the bat?
I think the best thing is to Song the Ravage, not lose a hero. That is kind of the ideal fight, that they trade those two abilities off. And there's a pretty high probability of being able to do it, because even if Puppy gets Ravaged, I think it trigger off his... does it. How much health does he have? But he needs to take 440 damage. That's actually not enough. He needs to get hit by more than Ravage. Only gets Ravaged, it doesn't.
Maybe with a gush, the AoE gush,
Then
just
it,
run right into it on
then
purpose.
It triggers.
Easy peasy.
Second smoke. Okay, so Secret have just chain smoke here. This one doesn't do anything. Yes, I also noticed that one. Thanks for asking.
Okay.
If they get something, if they don't get anything out of this, they've kind of cut their options for the next 10 minutes. I don't think they have any more left, do they? They might have one left.
No, you can't see that anymore. No, it doesn't work.
You used to be able to.
Yes, correct.
Oh, he has 2 in backpack on Pudge. All right, well, they're good to go. They just haven't smoked
Why not
all game.
chain smoke a third time?
Yeah.
3 times the charm, as they say.
I mean, Mineski is reading it very well there. They're aware that Secret's making him. They have just Moon bottom lane, pushing him out, waiting for information, because creeps are going to start space, and they kind of have to eventually respond. They can wait towers a little bit, but once they're gained, it's very clear Mineski are not going to fall bait. To deal damage to the tier 4s
The
now.
red mist spreads at Radiant's middle
Have you
tower.
seen this 25 talent? Vendetta, unobstructed pathing?
Yeah, I think it's good sometime. I really like the 100 agility if you're rich on Nyx and get E-Blade.
E-Blade, yeah. I would think most people take the unobstructed pathing though, right?
If you're not rich, then nothing.
Oh. I said let's give you that. There's those Ravage onto 3. Fana does pop the BKB. Triple push on place. Gyro is dead right off the bat. The first to fall. Fana has to disengage. Mid 1 stuck inside the wards. There's a Song of Siren. Mid 1 attempting to get out of dodge here. They're going to try to force F and blink and do everything they can to catch up to him. They will be successful. No buyback for him. Ace does have one. Might have to use it, or this could be GG.
We actually saw the exact scenario we were talking about earlier. Puppy got Ravaged, but it didn't take any more damage, so his Aeon Disc didn't go off. And then eventually when it did go off, Gyro was dead. It was a very quick Ravage play there from Ice Ice Ice. I love how he's playing this Tide. I think a lot of Tides are very like hesitant, waiting for one to develop, find an opportunity. He just goes in when he
Vata.
All right. Desperate times call for desperate. He has to do something. He can't just sit back in space and wait, because they're gonna just loop. He's trying to push in the wave, maybe get a kill, slow down Mineski. He does have a buyback.
Oh, I don't know if you want to hook in that scenario, but we'll see. Yapsor, 8 seconds on hook now. Ice 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 was stuck in the tree. That's the trigger of the buyback now from Fata.
Radiant's middle barracks
I think they're gonna not buy back on Gyro.
Talent, yeah, nice.
Take that 250 damage. He does. Oh, yeah.
This
is a 400 damage dealing Tidehunter now. There's the gush on AoE. Fata's in a lot of trouble. BKB popped in. They do get the Gyrocopter buyback after waiting for so long. This could be the beginning and for Secret here. Here we go to lower bracket in the group stage. Fata right there as the home missile fight. Double buyback for Secret. As Mushi quite low on HP, and Fata, this could be a dieback if they're able to finish him off, and they are. Double kill for Mushi. Now Song, too late to save Fata in that scenario. At the very least, they do 2 racks. Multiple buybacks are used. Probably out of this bad boy. There's the break. Ice. Damage has already been done by him. They want to pop the BKB. She's still there. Nullify also available to use, but that's going to be Mega's going their way. Everybody's surrounded by the disgustingness of Viper. Nyx Assassin looks to be next on the list. 1-for-1 right now, but many heroes are quite low. Looks like Ninja is trying to deal a little bit of damage on the sideline, but at this point, 3 dead for Secret, multiple dead for Mineski as well. But again, they do have Megas trying to clean up Mushi at some point in this game. They will finally do so. As the tier 4s are down, the Megas are in favor of Mineski. They can just wait this out if they want, or they can actually just buy back and stop, just like that. It's Ace, pops the BKB, trying to run the base, but don't think that's going to happen. Mid-1 trying to help out, but too little, too late. Looks like Secret's going to go into the lower bracket. Mineski will be first place in the group 4. Great.
I like the draft the Secret lineup is a bit more, let's say, it requires more finesse. It's harder to play, I would say. They had some really nice plays with the ensnare into hook, set that up. They had a couple of good team fights, but